All right, so here we're going to be working on this track a little bit more. So one thing I'm going to add to this here is we're going to add another room mic. So if we look at here, I think we have a mono room mic on this contact 7. Overhead stereo, no, just room. So we have the stereo and then we want the mono as we see here. So we're going to duplicate this track as we see here. Yep, just move everything over. There we go. But however, we're going to make the width of this in to mono. Oops. Yes, we did that. Excellent. So now we're going to go back here and we're going to change this as well. So we're going to solo this and then we're going to turn all of this off. So there's going to be no processing on here. We'll deal with that later. We're not setting it to any sends. So there's no buses going on here. And in fact, let's just double check to make sure that none of the other, all the buses are muted on all of these. Great. That's what we want. Buses are kit mics. Yep. Which I believe I did the first time. Yep. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is also the case here. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, we didn't do that for these, so we're going to turn these off also. Or this will just be the easy way to do it. Okay, so we're going to save this here. Okay, so kit mics. I think I see something. Oh no, overhead stereo. Okay. And we're going to go here as well. Save this also. Garage kit full and then room mono. Okay, so we got all that here, right? And all of our buses are muted as we can see here. And we're just going to do that here. Oops, and mute that as well. Okay, so now that we've got this here, we're going to actually swap these. And then we need to select we're going to rename this to room mono. Select it here and we're good, right? Hold down the control button and we're going to select this here. So now we selected all of these. Whoops, why didn't this select? I'm going to hold down the shift key. Oh, it didn't mean to do that. I don't know what I did. So we're going to hold down control. Hold down control again. Press the heck out of this. So now we are going to want to commit these tracks, right? So we're going to just move all these to Unity Gain. We're going to not want this because this, as we know, was off beat. So delete. Yes, we're going to delete it. So delete this here. Because as we know, these were offbeat in the previous videos that we worked on. This is really I'm going to need. Just essentially kick, snare, overhead, room mics, right? A lot of times in the studio, we'd always over mic the heck out of everything, and we ended up using maybe a third of the mics, right? Kick and snare always ended up using, overheads always, so those are the minimum. So you'd have 4 mics. I've gotten sounds I was happy with before where, I mean, I remember this one very early on, stuck a drum kit in a room and had the kick drum. We had 2 mics really. We had one aiming towards the kick drum, but meanwhile the kick drum, actually the whole drum kit's behind a door. It's in a room. So you have a mic facing down where the kick drum would be, and then you have a mic up here facing where the overheads would be. So this was back when I didn't have any options. That was mono, and it went through a microphone mixer that then split it out into stereo, but really mono, because I was using it on track 4s on a 4-track. I was very happy with the sounds that I got, at least for back then. So minimalist miking. Alright, so what we're going to do is this. We are going to we're not going to worry about all this other stuff here, and we're going to commit these to tape. I know, scary stuff, right? But we did the smart thing, right? We're going to commit everything like we saw it here. Garage kit, right? Full, kick only. So that's what we're going to do with that. We saved this also. Snare only, SNR only. Garage kit OH full, right? Overwrite, yep. This is me being probably too thorough before we commit everything. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to commit each one, commit up to this insert. Source tracks, hide, make it active. That's fine by me. Consolidate clips. I don't know. Do we want it? So now we're going to hear the whole thing. All right, there you go. All right, so okay, so now we've committed that track. Where on earth did that track go? Here we go. Kick, as we can see, it's committed, right? I'm just going to phone out the kick for now. Whoa, why did it do that? We're going to do that in another video because I try to make these in about 10-20 minute increments.